Hello, this is Brett. This is a quick overview of how it is we can apply a concept like the 6 lenses of EPM to the city of Edmonton. So remember from the last video, we talked about what these 6 lenses are and a rough definition of each one. So let's take a look at the corporate business plan, what we affectionately call the placemat. So on here, we've kind of got a snapshot of the whole city. We've got the overall strategic objectives, which we're going to enable by these specific services that we deliver. And of course, those are underpinned by the day-to-day internal activities that we do in running the city. So as we take a look at this footprint, if we take a look at those lenses, so the first, of course, was the valuation. The valuation lens is largely used by, in this organization, city council. And your primary concern is around the valuation of healthy city, urban places, regional prosperity, and climate resilience, right? Your strategic objectives. So that's your 9 times out of 10 core way you look at the organization. That doesn't mean you can look at it in other ways at specific need points, but overall, that should be your general view. If we're going to communicate to stakeholders, so this is primarily citizens, users of your services, and so forth, they're kind of interested in both the strategic objectives, how we're doing against your goals, and also how we're delivering our services. So what they see in terms of streets being shoveled, garbage being picked up, and so forth. So their 9 times out of 10 principal view is around the strategic and service objectives. Regulators, on the other hand, are principally concerned about specific aspects of how we're delivering our services. So they're not interested in your overall strategic objectives. They're really not interested in the internal mechanisms of the city. Just how are we doing against the elements of the legislative concerns that they cover. And that's typically through the service objectives. And then finally, we've got what we call the navigation view. Now, this is typically used by city employees as they're trying to run the city. So their concern is in both the service objectives, what are our key results and are we achieving those objectives, and the internal operations of the city. So they tend to span these 2 areas. Again, they also want to see how they're delivering against these outcomes, but it's your business plan that says if we do these activities, we get these strategic outcomes. So yes, on occasion, all stakeholders want to take a look at it through other lenses, but internal city, 9 times out of 10, it's about service objectives and supporting objectives. And you know what? It's kind of the same with the calibration views as well. They're more focused on internal operations and service delivery. So each of these lenses kind of relates to different stakeholders that we're trying to satisfy. And EPM is going to be sliced and diced or looked at in different dimensions or filtered, depending what word you like best, around each stakeholder. So again, council, citizens, regulators, and internal. They're all looking at the same entity, but are interested in different aspects of it. So hopefully that gives you a good overview of how we can apply the 6 lenses to the city.